Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report and Sam's Learning Disability Day. Today we're going to talk about dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a neurological condition result with the expression. The term comes from Greek expression with written expression. The term comes from Greek dys, impaired graphia, letter by hand. Dyslexia and dysgraphia go together sometimes. Ineligible spontaneous written work, both LDS. Motor dysgraphia skills, issue of motor skills, of fine motor skills, or of the hardest times, those called gross motor skills, have had using my hand. It's not extortia, which is a hand that doesn't work. It's more of a motorized problem with the gross motor skills. Spatial dysgraphia is understanding the concept of very messy handwriting. Another struggle of mine, writing too big. Dyslexia and dysgraphia are ineligible spontaneous written work and symptoms associated with both LDS. These are several causes of dysgraphia. The explanation is the impairments dysgraphia occur in the fine motor to the brain working memory dysfunction, the coordination between an inability to
revisualize
to produce development, and a combination of all the brain systems interact.
Execute.
Writing skills dysfunction, coordination trouble. Children with dysgraphia, remember unfamiliar words. This is known as autograph coordinating. Thus, children struggling a lot more with reading and writing. Understanding, they also have trouble memorizing formations, concepts, a very messy handwriting, ineligible hand terms, damage, dysformity. Another cause can be the delayed brain and a newborn children, the genetic link with dysgraphia running in the family. A child suffering from dorsion cause trouble focusing. Dysgraphia is not a isolated, also suffer from different conditions. Dyslexia, language, ADHD, dyspraxia, children with dysgraphia, vice versa. It is important to detailed diagnosis such as case it is possible mask or poor reading abilities. A child purposeful have poor penmanship to hide the grammatical vocabulary errors. Learning disorders, a cause of variety problems, written languages. Children have trouble using correct grammar into words. ADHD causes problems in impulsivity, are often then not ADHD. Dyspraxia is a poor conditional motor skills and could cause fine motor skills which affect physical tasks. However, children with dyspraxia also have gross motor skill problems, shoelaces, being clumsy. The issue is fine motor skills. Dysgraphia are related specifically to writing. All these conditions are not curable.
Have you noticed that your child might be having some trouble with writing? Maybe you're a little confused as to why their writing skills haven't improved or have improved very slowly. Or maybe you're concerned your child may have dysgraphia. Never heard of dysgraphia before today? Most people haven't, even though it's probably just as common as dyslexia. Dysgraphia is a difficulty in writing. It expresses itself as a difficulty in getting things down on paper or just sloppy handwriting. This video will quickly help you discover if your child may have dysgraphia. It's a quick dysgraphia test that you can use to figure out if your child is having trouble in this area. So let's get to it. Score yourself as we go. Just add 1 to your score for each yes answer. Question number 1. Does your child have difficulty holding pencils, pens, or markers, or holds them awkwardly? Number 2. Does your child have poor handwriting? Number 3. Does your child leave out letters or words when writing quickly? Number 4. Does writing cause your child's hand to hurt or get tired? Number 5. Does your child have difficulty picking up small objects? Number 6. Does your child use excuses to get out of writing projects? Number 7. Does your child have trouble using scissors, buttons, or zippers? Number 8. Does your child's movement sometimes seem to lack fluidity? Number 9. Does your child regularly misspell common words? Number 10. Does your child avoid writing on whiteboards, blackboards, or flip chart boards? Number 11. Are there subjects that your child will talk confidently about but resist writing about? Number 12. Does your child get restless and distracted when writing? Number 13. When writing, does your child vary the letter size? Number 14. Does your child have a lack of spacing consistency between letters or words? Number 15. Does your child have difficulty with grammar when writing, but not when speaking? Number 16. Does your child's spoken communication seem far more advanced than their written communication? Number 17. Does your child leave out critical facts or details when writing? Number 18. Has your child's handwriting not improved or improved very little over time? Number 19. Does your child find it difficult to write within the lines on notebook paper? Number 20. Does your child have difficulty coloring well in coloring books? Number 21. Does your child have difficulty formulating sentences when writing? Number 22. Does your child regularly mix lowercase and uppercase letters? Number 23. Does your child have trouble with punctuation? Number 24. Does your child have difficulty lining up columns when doing math problems? Number 25. Does your child have difficulty getting thoughts down on paper? Number 26. Does your child have difficulty copying text? Number 27. Does your child avoid drawing, tracing, or painting? Number 28. Does your child have difficulty cutting food, doing puzzles, or manipulating small objects with their hands? Number 29. Does your child have trouble putting their thoughts together when doing writing projects? Now, what's your score? If your score is 3 or more, then this is something to take note of and to begin working on developmental exercises to remedy the problem. It doesn't mean that it's dysgraphia for sure, but if you get ahead of it, your child will be far better off in the end. Now, I do have some bad news, but also some good news. The bad news? Someone with dysgraphia very often will have trouble with other specific learning disabilities, such as dyslexia or dyscalculia. The underlying causes are the same, or at least very similar. Different people just express the problem differently because all brains are different. Okay, ready for the good news? Handwriting difficulties are corrected faster with therapy than problems in other areas. That makes for faster wins. Faster wins builds confidence and the desire to continue to improve. This is called a growth mindset. These wins will also spill over into other problem areas, such as reading or math. Eventually, you'll see wins there as well. You will be leading your child down a path to success in academics. You can do all of that with the Learning Success System. There's a link for a free trial in the description. And you might want to try the brain balancing for handwriting exercise in this video right here.
The Giants and Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs are holding out. My prediction is they will be back. They want game checks, so they'll be back. Tony Pollard running signs a franchise tag. He decides to have to prove it to get an extension for the Cowboys today. He is 26 years old. Chris Jones is confident they'll get a deal with the Chiefs. He has 1 year left on his contract. He is holding out for the time being. Zach Martin, football guard for the Dallas Cowboys, is all-pro reportedly due to contract disputes. He feels like under the limit of pay. He is sitting out. He is 32 years old. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report and Sam's Learning Disability Day.